again, everybody. We are back with Scribblenauts Unlimited. You can see it right here. I don't know how many episodes I'm gonna do. I just had to make Bowser from the upcoming Mario movie. You guys know the one, of course. If you have seen, obviously, right there at the beginning, we had our creation of Mario. That was our previous episode, so you gotta look at that. You also saw the Bowser that I created. This would have been in February of 2018. Like, I absolutely need to make a movie version, but this is almost like you could consider like a remake, right? You know, and so with this golem as the source object, we're gonna make this format a little bit more snappy here for you guys. Not exactly like the Scribblenauts episodes of old. Only thing I will say kind of verbally here about this creation is two things, I guess, is that we are making the golem, the torso is kind of bending forward like this. I know that people could totally make some hilarious jokes about this position right here. Come on now, let's keep things clean, all right? Should we? And then just aside from that, like there's a lot of color and texture that we can allow just with the animation, the graphics, right? That Illumination can have, the big screen, the theater. And to me, with that comes a Bowser's, like detail of Bowser, I guess, that we haven't really seen. And that's great. But one thing about Scribblenauts, it's like everything is very hard lined, right? So, you know, we have these thick black outlines, we have all the colors, they don't really blend into each other. So I guess mentioning that just means like, for instance, his shoulders, you know, there is green, but it kind of blends into the more yellowish orange color that is like all around Bowser. So please just, you know, make sure to remember that about Scribblenauts. Like, we are playing Scribblenauts Unlimited, but it actually has its limits. And one of those limits, of course, if you've seen this before, if you somehow didn't know this about Scribblenauts, but there's a limit to how many pieces you can put on to make your character. So like each one of these is a stamp. You know, like the fang, that's for his toes. There's gonna be 3 of those on each foot. That's like 6 stamps total just right there. And so with that being a limit, we are gonna make the head and the body separate. And so that is why you see a headless Bowser body. But right about now, we're entering into the properties editor. This is where you edit the health and the speed and lots of other things about your character. So while we're doing that, I want to read background information and fun facts. We've been doing this through this series for such a long time. The Scribblenauts series is like a decade old, but anyway, here we go. We created Mario in the previous episode from the Super Mario Brothers movie, and now we're making Bowser. Okay, that was just the Bowser from the live-action Mario Brothers movie back in the days, so I don't know all the details here, but it's reported that the Mario film back in those days didn't really involve Nintendo in the process as much, whereas it's also reported now that Illumination has Miyamoto-san at the forefront, and they're keeping him very involved. That can only be good, of course. Dude's a genius. But yes, Bowser is amazing in the upcoming Illumination movie, and that's just me judging from like 4 lines or so in the trailer even, but also the fact that he's voiced by Jack Black. I did a video when the trailer first premiered where I talk about and analyze the main cast's voices, giving opinions, but also the expertise as a voice actor myself. So I'll make sure to link that wherever I can here on today's creation video. We've got our Bowser here scripted to destroy under the behavior tab, and we had to pick the general category of barriers, basically, for destroying gates or doors, like in the trailer. Now, the other thing that you can do, you could actually do this for your Mario if you wanted to as well, for like shooting a fireball. You set the scripting to be when this object loses or gains health, it's gonna wait a set time, set it for however long you want. Shoot a fireball is gonna be the next thing. That's under the projectile. And then you just do wait a set time again if you want it to be a little bit longer in between each time that it's gonna do that. So there you have it, folks. I've got it so that it can be sat upon as well. We can ride on top of the head of our Bowser. Very, very cool. Not only is this gonna have like a little bit more detail, I think, than our 2018 Bowser, you know, it's gonna be improved upon on that. It's also, honestly, it's gonna have more of that forward-leaning posture. I remember when they first put Bowser in that way, like in Smash Brothers. You guys remember? So starting off with the head as the source object, you can obviously see on screen we are in the thick of creating the head right now. The one thing about this I'm gonna say is that we're again gonna have to kind of mess with colors a little bit, you know, without the blending of it. But there are like certainly some similarities from the 2018 Bowser, but you'll definitely see the difference when we put them side by side. And so I'm ready for this. It's all coming together. We're gonna hopefully have some text here on screen for you guys to follow if you are trying to create this my way in your games. I always encourage people back in the old days of the Scribblenauts series to make sure that they create it their own way too, you know, like you can just use my guides if you're following along, just for if you're ever stuck on something or if you like kind of like this design aspect but maybe not another one. You know, I always encouraged people to create it in their way. So it should certainly be known, if you are creating it as a separate head and body creation, you got to make sure on your head object, so like our head creation right here for Bowser's head, going to the equipment tab, it's under the properties editor. On that left side, click equipment, and so can be worn on the face like glasses. That's the hole that you want to fill in right there. So that looks all fine right here. Now notice that when we put the head on, it's not gonna go correctly. Oh my gosh. This looks absolutely moronic. But it's okay, we're about to fix it. So what you do is you actually go in, you edit the body. So here's our body on the left side. You click that Maxwell head, bananas, wheel, dotted lines all around that. You click that symbol and then just move where the head grid, that green square, you know, where the head is supposed to go, move that around. So obviously the head was way too far forward. It was way too big, so we increased the size of the body as well. There we go. We're gonna just make a few more micro adjustments and then it's time. Incredible. We got Bowser on Bowser on Bowser. All right, it's just two of them, but there's our 2013. That Bowser against this current one. That is so awesome, my friends. So I definitely like our new updated look at it, but we want to test out the script. We want to test out all those properties we gave it. So here's a wall. Yes, it's going to destroy barriers. It went right for it, ladies and gents. So that is it. Destroy barriers. Man, it works out perfectly. So here, like if we type in door or something, you know, you can type in gate, whatever you need to type in. Boom! Bowser's going to take it down. Do you yield? Bowser says, I do not. You guys, we have one member, a channel member, you know, like YouTube membership. Become a member today for the shout outs and things. Super 8 Gaming, my friends. Dude has been a member for a long time and I appreciate it so dang much. Our member has requested that the Mario and the Sonic movie, they fight. Because in the last episode, we created the Mario movie, but of course we made Sonic. From the Sonic movie, that was like just before COVID lockdowns. They're going crazy. This is going to be absolutely a super speedy battle. Well, not really, actually. It took a long time. But we sped it up, so there you go. Sonic is going to come out on top, ladies and gentlemen. But then, oh no, Bowser just destroys him. Bowser, you fiend. Oh my gosh. Yes, who would have expected this crossover right here? It is Bowser. It's Bonic. I like Bowser, I think. Sona Bowser. Sonowser. I don't know. You guys, comments, tell me what a Sonic Bowser would be called, maybe. But yes, I feel like I'm taunting him right here. It's like wearing a big mascot mask. But yes, I am Toad Kendo. And as I said, you can ride on top of the head of the Bowser right here. So I am controlling the might of Bowser now. I am the chosen one. It's short-lived, though. I know that you guys won't pay attention if I do way too many stupid things. So here we go. Bowser versus Mario. My friends, we've already seen it once with movie Mario going up against 2018 Bowser, but I think this is gonna go the exact same way. Hey, I didn't spoil the movie, okay? You guys don't think Mario's gonna fight Bowser all by himself, do you? I don't know. We'll have to watch the movie. We will learn soon enough, I'm sure. But in Scribblenauts, that's how it's gonna go. And then Mario Bowser. I finally have owned it. Now who's gonna stop me? I'm not gonna lie, you guys. Why does this oddly look like it works? I don't know. Having a Mario head on Bowser's body, man. Like, it just seems like it works. Maybe this is the movie spoiler. I'm sorry, I spoiled the plot. No, this is just me showing you what it looks like when you actually make the Bowser fire breathing. Like, you could make that with an adjective. You can do fire breathing. Like, if you want it to be that way, basically. I usually opt for the fireball, though. Fire breathing just creates so much chaos and it's OP. But you know something? You did miss that Mario episode or something else? You could click an end screen on screen and see another one. I'll catch you over there, and thanks for viewing.
I've been down the road of